Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
This is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in Smackdown Live. Who needs Raw?
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw.
Oh, baby, I like it Raw. Oh, baby, I like it Raw. And you are tuned in to Going In Raw right now. How you doing?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Also available wherever fine podcasts are available, including iTunes, where if you guys hit that subscribe or download button, it really does us a solid, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does me a solid because it just jacks us up the iTunes Sports and Rec top 150.
Yeah, you're obsessed with that
Category thing. I know. It's good. It's good because it shows enthusiasm here in the Going In Raw community. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson, where you guys can join in the fun, subscribe to the channel in a monetary way, in a financial way, and enjoy certain rewards. Like earlier today, we had a live stream, the live stream broadcast of our Raw recap show.
Yeah.
And other bonus episode. And there's all sorts of great rewards.
Great rewards.
At $50 a month, you get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Which might seem pricey, but all you got to do is pitch in one $50 reward, and you get the T-shirt.
But not only you get that, you get everything that everyone else got at all other tiers.
Everything below that.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of stuff. Good stuff.
It's good stuff that you will enjoy here at Going In Raw. And we also now have a Going In Raw Pro Wrestling Tees merchandise store.
Correct. Not only is there a Going In Raw shirt, which has this logo right here, more or less.
This one right here. It's on a T-shirt.
And then there's also Fun Wrestling, the hottest wrestling promotion on YouTube.
Man,
logo T-shirts.
Did you happen to catch the latest episode of W Steve W?
I didn't have to watch it. I was in it. I experienced it firsthand.
That was a 5-star match.
It was.
If I've ever seen one in my life. Intriguing. Story.
Captivating.
Dramatic.
Emotional.
I gotta talk about SmackDown at some point. When are you guys gonna timestamp? When are you guys gonna talk about stuff? Put timestamps.
Let's talk about SmackDown. Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, it was an entertaining show. It was weird. They packed a lot in that time. They packed a lot, and they still had like a half-hour main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was impressive. It kicked off, and I'm so glad they did this. What low-level WWE writer is listening to this show that was able to make the decision to make James Ellsworth just get beat by like a random punch from AJ Styles? Yeah. It was great. So this was finally the week AJ Styles was cleared to wrestle medically because he had a foot or ankle injury or something like that.
Ankle injury, yeah.
A Kurt Angle injury. And so him and Ellsworth started off the show. They didn't make a big deal about, like, they didn't revolve the entire episode of SmackDown around James Ellsworth.
It felt like, okay, we were obligated to do this match because we announced it. Let's get it out of the way.
Right,
and
exactly.
And we can move on with our show.
And walk us through the elaborate match that we had here.
I mean, pretty much AJ hit him a couple times, did his, the move where he does a couple quick punches and then the kind of like reverse punch, and then hit him with an elbow and then pinned him.
He even preened a little bit between him striking Ellsworth and him going for the pin.
Yeah. And then he got the pin, and then he was going to say, all right, I'm good, and leave. But no. He went and attacked him some more.
He did the thing
like suplex.
Like after 2K17, when you get the pinfall, then you can break out again.
Yeah, he broke out.
He broke out again.
And then he beat him up some more. And then he was about to walk out and said, I'm going to do some more. Yeah. And then he pulled the apron up from the side of the ring.
Yeah.
Stuck Ellsworth underneath. And then I don't know what the move's called, but usually they do it against the bottom rope. Where the throat hits the bottom rope. Yeah. But he did that on like the metal structure under the ring.
It was good.
It looked painful.
It was really good. Yeah, fucked up Ellsworth big time.
Yeah, we saw him later in the show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. So anyways, then Dolph Ziggler gets on the mic. I'm sorry. Dolph Ziggler comes down.
Yeah.
And tells AJ, I'm gunning for you, pal.
Yeah.
Basically. Then, surprise, surprise, Baron Corbin enters himself into the main event scene.
Yeah.
I was going to say stream. I don't know why. It's been a long day.
It has.
So Baron Corbin comes down, and he says, you know what? I hate when people wet wrestlers in the ring.
I know.
They're wetting Baron Corbin.
He
gave
the crowd a pretty harsh glare, though.
He did. He was pissed off. And then, like, right after that, he just threw the mic at Dolph Ziggler's head and then started punching him, started going into him. So basically,
he gave him an end of days.
He said, you take away opportunities from other people, man.
That's pretty much it.
You don't belong here, Dolph Ziggler. And then beat the shit out of him. So then Daniel Bryan backstage. Daniel Bryan had a lovely cardigan on.
Yeah.
A lovely Mr. Rogers-esque sweater jacket.
It looks very warm and comforting.
He looked very comfy. He's going to be a dad soon. So he's getting in that position. I didn't immediately go to Mr. Rogers' attire when I found out I was going to be a daddy. I know you didn't either.
Mm-mm.
Like, not a lot of dad. You didn't ditch your Run the Jewels shirt and start wearing some Cat Stevens instead.
Nope. I mean, I'm wearing a Slapnut shirt. Exactly. Granted, I have to wear it, but
Cat Stevens is the ultimate dad act, isn't it?
More so than James Taylor?
Oh, God, yeah. Never mind, James Taylor. Yeah. So, anyways, Dolph goes backstage, heated. And he says, I want that Baron Corbin. And once again, Daniel Bryan's like, why would you do that? You have a title shot.
Yeah, why put that up for grabs?
And Dolph says, because I don't think about these things, but still I want Baron Corbin. And Daniel Bryan said, fine, you can have Baron Corbin tonight in the main event, but if you lose, he gets your title shot. And that gave Dolph no pause.
Yeah, he seemed totally cool with that.
That should be like a gimmick of his. Like, he just throws away good
opportunity.
Deals. Good deals.
Yeah.
So what he comes up to.
So that's not best value. I can find better value.
Exactly, but he always goes for worse value. So anyways, that was set up our main event. And then we went right into, again, like now we're only about 3 minutes into the show.
Yeah, there was a lot packed into this first 10 minutes.
Apollo Crews versus The Miz for the IC title. Now, Apollo beat The Miz.
Correct, with the help of Gabriel Iglesias on Tribute to the Troops.
That's right. This was a hell of a match. I felt this match this match did more for Apollo Crews in the last 6 months combined.
Yeah.
Because you saw Apollo, he was actually showing this thing called emotion on his face during the match. He was so desperate to get this pinfall, to beat The Miz.
And him and The Miz managed to put together a match that had some ebb and flow and built and told the story.
There's some really interesting spots that kind of spotlighted Apollo Crews and what he can do in the ring.
Yes.
And he, like you said, he was able to really participate in this telling of a story, something that we hadn't really seen.
But then also he, not only the story being told, but also he was able to showcase his talents.
Yeah, exactly.
In a more effective way. Because like typically in his matches on SmackDown in the past, the match would go and he'd have maybe one or two opportunities to do something that you watch and you said, wow, this guy's super talented.
Yeah.
And there was at least 3 spots. And that German suplex where he
Yeah.
held The Miz super high up.
Yeah, that was neat. That was really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. So this is a good, fun match. A really good showing for Apollo Crews.
Hopefully he's given opportunity to build upon this match.
I feel like The Miz, I feel like The Miz, he's done a lot for the IC title. He kind of needs to move up or move down or move somewhere. But I think the IC, I hate putting the IC title on somebody who doesn't have a character. But I feel like it's something that Apollo should really be striving for, especially if Baron is already striving for the world title.
Yes.
Like that sort of puts everybody in their places. I like Apollo Crews as maybe being some sort of, I don't know, like just that's a good prize for him to go after.
Yeah, agreed.
Then we had Natalya coming down to the ring, and this was odd because we packed all that. Now we're about minute 4 by the end of that Miz match. Then Natalya comes down to the ring, and I swear I left as she was walking down the ramp.
Yeah.
I was out of the room for a good 10 minutes.
As soon as she hit the ring, they cut to commercial.
And then did they cut to like another commercial after that, and then several more, and then back to Natalya and back to commercial? Because then I came back, and Nikki was just getting in the ring.
Yeah. Natalya called her out and said, hey, let's smooth things over. Let's patch things up. Well, she didn't get to that yet.
Oh, okay, but that did happen.
Yeah, so Carmella comes out and continues on with her, hey, Nikki, Natalya is the one that beat you up.
Right.
And then Carmella was divulging all these things that Natalya said to her in private, and ultimately
underwear.
Natalya, what'd she call? Oh, she called Carmella a snitch.
Yeah.
And then she eventually said, "It was me, Nikki. It was me all along." But then she threw out the B word. She called Nikki a bitch twice.
She said biatch times 2. Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. I mean, Natalya now is. Why did Natalya have to do that? Why did she have to just fess to it? She just kept on. That's why I always wonder whenever I'm watching Dateline. Just keep on saying you didn't do it, and then it's up to them. It's up to the cops to prove that you did it.
There's a thing called guilt that can eat away at you.
Yeah, I know, but there's also a thing called, burly inmates who can attack you. That's worse than guilt, I would think. I don't know. I've never actually killed anybody that I know
Nor
of.
have I.
I'm just saying, if you do kill somebody, they have to prove it. You shouldn't just say that you did it.
Well, I mean, if you feel bad about it.
You're gonna feel bad about it, but how is going to
riddled-
prison for the rest of your life
you're-
gonna
if
make
you're-
anything better?
Basically paralyzed by guilt.
Oh, I don't think that's a real thing. Let's see here. Then we had Daniel Bryan and Alexa Bliss backstage, and Alexa Bliss was holding her thigh, saying it hurts.
Yeah, well, she was selling a knee injury last week.
Right, and so Daniel Bryan said, "You got a mystery opponent."
Well,
tonight.
first he said you have since you can't fight Becky Lynch tonight, match next week on what appears to be a action-packed, star-studded edition of SmackDown Live next week.
Crazy. Cena's coming back.
I know there's 3 title matches.
Yeah. And they're all 3 for John Cena.
Yeah, he's gonna win all the belts in one night.
All of them.
Since you can't fight Becky, it looks like tonight, or you don't want to, you'll fight Becky next week.
Yes.
But you do have a match tonight against a mystery opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about mystery opponent now or wait?
No, we'll wait on that one.
Okay.
We got to wait for that one. Then we had Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper.
Yeah.
Was there a reason for this match beyond it just being a match? Because last week Dean was feuding with The Miz, who came out at the end of this. But
what was the main event last week? Wasn't it Luke? It was Luke and.
Oh, Luke was it was the elimination, not the elimination, but it was the
triple threat match.
Elimination
triple threat match, wasn't it?
Was it a triple threat?
Yeah, because it was Luke and Dean and was it The Miz?
Miz, Dolph, something like that.
Dolph. Yeah. It was determined the number 1 contender.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh, yeah, that was literally the title of the episode from last week." We've been talking a lot today. We're sort of front loading a lot of stuff for the holidays.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
so I guess it could have sprung from that.
So Dean Ambrose took on Luke Harper.
Good match.
Yeah, good match, man. The more they let Luke Harper just do his thing.
Someone asked us on Going in Raw today, Tuesday, our Raw recap, jobber that we keep defending, Luke Harper.
Luke Harper.
Freaking Harper.
Luke Harper. Absolutely, for sure.
After the match, Ambrose gives Harper a dirty deeds, gets the pin.
Yeah.
Afterwards, of course, the Wyatts attack.
Like immediately, it was kind of cool because they just sort of jumped. It's the little things that matter. They didn't mill about. It was as soon as that pin went down, like you see Randy Orton just viciously attack Dean Ambrose, and they all just laid him down. It was great. And then after they leave, the Miz comes out.
Oh, we didn't talk about something earlier.
What?
After the Miz Apollo Crews match.
Oh, I thought that was here. Okay, no, you're right. Yeah. So so Renee Young comes down.
Yeah.
And says, "Why are you?
What's with your obsession with Dean Ambrose?" And the Miz says, "I'm obsessed. You're the one with the Dean Ambrose obsession. You're the one that's sleeping with him."
Whoa, dang!
And Renee Young slaps the shit out of him and walks out of the ring.
And it's funny because the look on Miz's face, he had so much fun delivering that line. He had so much fun delivering that line.
He relished it.
You're the one. It felt like, and a couple people on the Twitters at Real Going in Raw, where we live tweet from, even pointed out, I was like, this SmackDown just feels like everybody's shooting on each other. And that was amazing.
Well, between that and the Natalya
segment
where she kept on calling Nikki a bitch.
Yeah, and she was like, John Cena will never marry you.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
John Cena will never marry you. But yeah, he said, you're the one sleeping with Dean. It's like, whoa.
I mean,
that is hard.
They're a couple on Total Divas. It's not a surprise, or sorry, not a secret.
Right. So Was that when it was first like publicly really revealed? Like, did they mention that on Total Divas at all? Like that they're a couple? Or
they did the prior season. Yeah, they
did. Oh,
did.
Did they? Okay.
The Renee and Dean went up to Sedona or something.
Okay.
I think with Bree and Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
I think that's who it was. Dean was hardly in the episode, but he was there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, I like that they're making that a thing. He said, "You're the one who's sleeping with him." So, anyways, that was good. So, anyways,
great.
yeah, Miz comes down and he sort of stands over Dean.
No,
Ambrose. Did he attack him?
gives Dean a skull-crushing finale.
Oh, okay. Good
and
for
then
him.
he stands over him.
Yeah, okay. Then we had Alexa Bliss versus La Luchadora.
Yes.
She was this mystery luchador.
Yeah, with kind of a magenta mask and cape.
Yeah.
And then blue, what would you call that? Leotard?
Yeah, like a skin-tight leotard, I guess.
With like red undie-looking things over it.
Like red granny panties.
Yeah, they're pulled really high up.
Yeah. And it was... I mean, it was Becky. It was obvious it was Becky.
Yeah,
Lynch.
but she completely changed her style.
Yeah, she was wrestling like a luchador style.
It was great.
It was awesome. And again, like Becky Lynch, I don't think anybody else has more fun in the WWE than Becky Lynch.
Seems like it, yeah.
And she just like dances around, and she
changed how she walked. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah.
All her mannerisms she changed. It was fantastic.
Yeah, but it was
but then she beat Alexa with a disarmor.
Yeah,
so as a tell, that's Becky.
Oh, that's Becky Lynch right there.
But it was still really good.
It was still really, really good. So then we had a you know what? Typically, I don't like backstage segments, but like Ryan Phillippe, I want him to succeed. He was out of the spotlight for so long. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what? And then he was with
Reese Witherspoon.
That's right, Reese. They're not together anymore, right?
No,
they broke up. So I'm like, I want Ryan Phillippe to do good. He's not like one of these little shitty Vine kids or whatever they have. You know, sometimes they have these weird, like, or that time they had like that little girl, that British girl who thought he looked also like she was 40. This is Ryan Phillippe. I want him to do good. I'm not like a fan of his, but I'm just like, oh, okay. He seems there was nothing obnoxious about his backstage appearance.
Yes.
He was looking for Randy Orton.
Yeah, and he ran to Mojo.
Yeah.
And Mojo says, you don't want to find Randy Orton.
Yeah, he's like, that's not a good idea.
He's a different person than he was when he was on the set of Shooter.
He was on the set of Shooter.
And so who appears but Kurt Hawkins?
Kurt Hawkins. Listen. Kurt Hawkins needs to take John Morrison's old music. Because I just want to hear that music more.
Yeah.
Listen. Do.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kurt Hawkins comes up. He tries to talk some shit. And Mojo gets all up in his business and talks some shit. And they have a match later on. And I love it. I love it. Because you know what? There were no tag matches tonight.
No, there wasn't.
There was nobody in the tag division to be found besides the Wyatts, of course.
Yeah.
Except for Mojo Rawley. I love it.
He's back to the trunks. No Zubaz pants.
I think that means he's serious business.
Could be.
I mean, for Mojo.
Yeah.
For Mojo, serious business is all 69s and cocaine.
Yeah.
So I think that him and Ryan Phillippe later are going to like go out, find like a massive group of chicks and have like, a big dance party naked.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, Kurt Hawkins comes up. Mojo Rawley talks some shit. They have a match.
Mojo dominates.
Ryan Phillippe gets on commentary. Keeps on getting interrupted by Mara. Oh, wait, hold on. We got to pay attention to the ring. It's like, look, dude.
Ryan is just trying to plug his show.
It's Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins. So this isn't fucking HBK versus Bret Hart, okay? This isn't like some Matt Classic, all right? So let Ryan Phillippe plug his fucking show and shut up. He's here on the behalf of the USA Network in some sort of promotional manner.
Yes.
Let him talk about JBL.
The station that pays your bills, your salary probably.
God bless JBL for having his research done, looking at a sheet saying, oh yeah, in this TV show, you play a sniper. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Ryan Phillippe.
He had his talking points, yeah.
He had his talking points. Yeah. He was trying to help him succeed in his new vocation as lead actor of Shooter.
Yeah.
As Shooter.
Yeah. Morrow just wanted to talk.
He wanted to talk like this is a freaking main event of Starrcade 97 or something. So anyways, that was annoying. Morrow, he just breaks out in the sweats when he's not talking. Tom Phillips over there.
Yeah.
He's doing his fucking job hosting the show. And Morrow's like, Sometimes it looks like he's trying to talk, but he has to hold
He has to
himself
keep
back.
his mouth closed.
Like, just shut up. You can shut up for a second. Oh, they pay me by the word. Whoa, word vomit. Anyways,
backstage,
James Ellsworth comes out of like the
trainer's room,
the nurse's office.
yeah, and interview bot's there.
And interview bot is waiting because she's programmed to interview things.
And then she keeps asking him how he's doing, and he just kind of moans.
Yeah, he's
and
all
groans in pain.
I need a pain pill.
And then up comes Carmella.
Yeah.
And was saying,
She looks DTF right there. She's like, oh, let me take care of little James Ellsworth
she's,
here.
here, come with me. I'll take care of you.
Right. And then like camera pans over. They're like in the back of a rental car. And he's all, ah! No, anyways. I don't know what. So what is her secret agenda? I'm assuming she doesn't want to F him.
Yeah, I wouldn't think
Because,
so.
like, A, she's with Big Cass. B, she's like way, way hotter than him. And that just doesn't happen. Not in the real world.
No.
And C, I wonder if James Ellsworth even has a penis. I'm not sure about that. I think he's like a little toy person. I'm joking about that. I like to joke people. No, what? Okay, so what is it like storyline wise? Why is Carmella taking care of James Ellsworth? He was all anti-Dean. She doesn't have a man on the set. I don't know, why is she? It'd be kind of cool. What if James Ellsworth was like her manager of some sort? Like,
That'd be funny.
I don't know. Like, let's do. They need to do something with James Ellsworth. I don't know what Carmella's plan is with him, but I like it. I like it.
No, I do
She
too.
takes James Ellsworth under her wing. He's out of the main event scene.
What if?
She seems like she's having a lot of fun too.
Yes. No, that won't work either. I was thinking maybe she wanted to have him around, so when Cena came back, because Carmella's doing a lot of shit talking about Nikki and John.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
don't know though.
I don't know either. I mean, I could see a kind of thing where she builds up Ellsworth to think, hey, you know what? You're 3-1 against AJ Styles. You can go attack John Cena or some stupid crap like that. But I would be totally into that. Anyways.
Yeah.
Then we had our main event.
Yeah, good match.
Yeah, this was a really good match.
Baron Corbin is improving by leaps and bounds.
He's coming
week
along.
after week.
Every week.
I mean, like in NXT, a lot of his matches were kind of slow and kind of plodding.
Yeah.
They weren't that exciting.
Right.
And when he's working with people that know how to work, it seems to be bringing out the best in him. And every week, it seems like he's just getting better and better, working at a faster pace. He's doing better on the mic.
And this is like a 25-minute match.
And he was, in terms of storytelling, in terms of how he carried himself and in acting, he was doing a great job.
Yeah, it was.
He's really, really improved.
It was really, really good. So it ended with a count-out.
Double count out. Baron was beating the hell out of Dolph on the outside. And threw Dolph into AJ, who was on commentary.
Yeah.
And then right before the 10 count, Dolph got a super kick in on Baron. They were both counted out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good stuff.
And then AJ started to beat both of them up with chairs.
Yeah, he was laying into them with chairs. Daniel Bryan comes out with his cardigan.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers comes out and announces that next week. It's next week, right?
Yeah.
But so we're going to get a triple threat.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and AJ Styles for the WWE Championship.
So this is what we have at the top of the card for next week's SmackDown.
It's
we
gonna
have
be good,
a
man.
title match.
Make it 3 hours.
A world title match between AJ, Dolph, and Baron. We have a 4-way tag team match with the Wyatts, I think Slater and Rhino, the Usos, and was it American Alpha?
American Alpha.
They showed the graphic up.
Oh, that's right. They got that. Yeah, that's
They
right.
showed the graphic
You
up
called
real
that
quick.
one. Another ridiculous elimination
type
weird.
match,
Yeah.
And then they have the women's title match between Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. That's a stacked show.
Kind of like a friggin' SmackDown pay-per-view.
Kind of.
A little bit.
I mean, they had their pay-per-view earlier in the month. Really early, so maybe they're supplementing.
This feels bigger simply because Cena's going to be there. And
Yeah.
Baron
Oh, yeah, and
Corbin's
Cena's
in the
gonna be
main
there.
event. I love that Baron Corbin.
Let me ask you this. I brought this up during the main event. That if Baron won, got the title shot, faced AJ would beat him, obviously. But would it all be laying the groundwork for the arrival of The Undertaker the following week or two?
Undertaker.
So AJ can beat the largest guy, tallest guy, most imposing guy on the full-time roster on SmackDown, and say, I beat everybody.
Yeah.
Undertaker shows up. Haven't beaten
Cleared
me.
out the biggest and the best. John Cena, the best. Baron
Ambrose.
Corbin, the biggest. Dean Ambrose, yeah. And there's nobody left. Oh no, AJ, I'm here now. Legacy. Yeah, no, I like it. I just got my hip replaced. I'm ready for my farewell tour. I don't know, man. I heard that. Wasn't that why he was on crutches that whole time?
I don't know.
He was like, LeBron James, put your hands on my hips and heal me. He's like, I'm not Jesus, Undertaker. Or maybe I am. So, yeah, let's get to questions.
Questions
I know
first.
You guys have lots of. Are we going from populars? Are we doing populars?
I was going to do oldest.
Let's do populars.
Let me click popular.
We'll
we'll start with popular.
Who do you have at the top?
Patreon champion Carlos Hackworth.
Me too.
Do you think Renee Young can make an in-ring debut?
I hope not. Does she wrestle?
Not that
Is
I'm aware
trained?
of.
I don't know if she's
Not
trained.
that I'm aware of.
Jose GGR, who is the one wrestler, past or present, you hate to admit that you like?
Apparently for me it's Fandango.
Yeah, you don't like him. I mean, you like him, but not like him. Who do you hate to admit that you actually like? You know whose moveset I was always really impressed with? But like he had zero charisma? Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
I always really loved his moveset. I'm not sure why they branded him as just like an ass dude, like he likes anal. Billy Gunn is basically the forerunner to shithead.
Mm-hmm.
Anal, I like it.
I like
too. Yeah, exactly. But I was never like, oh, great, Billy Gunn's in the ring.
Yeah, you wouldn't buy his merch or anything like that.
Exactly, yeah. Who have I bought? Whose merch have I bought that I've been like, oh? I mean, Baron Corbin. 6 months ago was Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
6 months ago was Baron Corbin. And look at how I've been validated on that one. You always look back.
I mean,
Son of Power Lunch, you were a big fan of his, and look at how he turned out.
I don't think currently I'm a fan of anybody that I'm like embarrassed about it.
You were a big fan of Glacier.
I was a huge fan of Glacier in WCW versus NWO World Tour.
Because you just dominated.
Yeah, you and Big Jim needed to double team me to win.
They didn't even have Fatal 4-Ways in that game.
I wasn't talking about a Fatal 4-Way. It's a triple threat.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Metallic Red. Oh, that's your turn.
Hey, friendos, new patron here.
Thank you, Metallic Red.
Do you feel that if AJ Styles remains healthy and continues his current amazing work with WWE for a few more years, then he can attain legend status with the company after retiring, a Hall of Fame induction in the future, and have a legacy that is regularly referenced by the company in the same way they always bring up the history and accolades of Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, or at least Edge, Daniel Bryan level status? I mean, if he has 10 more
10 more years.
I know it's a long time because he's 38.
I'd give him 5.
He could probably do 5 at his current style. Then he'd have to slow it down a little bit.
I would say this. Let's say he's got 5 WWE years in him left, and then he's like, "Look, I've got good money out of my WWE deal. I've saved up a lot. I'm good to retire. Maybe he'll go to NXT and train or something like that." The question is, would he be, number one, he's absolutely, I think, already a Hall of Fame guy.
If you look at the scope of his career, absolutely.
And it wouldn't surprise me, dude. Would it surprise you at all in 5 years if the WWE owned TNA? It wouldn't surprise you at all.
No.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
No.
And when a company when WWE buys another company, when they absorb it,
they take its history too.
They take its history and sort of adds that legacy, to its own in a way.
Yes.
And so it's like, you're one of ours now. You're in our family, and we're going to respect everything you did before.
Yeah.
Even if that didn't happen, they would still, for AJ, I believe, if what he's done in less than a year, still less than a year, is any indication of what he can do over the next 4 or 5 years, then they will reference him in the same level as anybody else.
Yeah, if he can keep up that level of work he's been doing so far.
I mean, sure. He mentions Edge and Daniel Bryan in kind of the same sense, but Daniel Bryan's probably a better reference point for that because of the short length of his career with the WWE.
Yeah.
Tommy T, hey friendo, so I just learned that every word of every promo is written out for every wrestler besides veterans like Cena, Jericho, Orton, and the big talkers like Bray Wyatt and Enzo. Do you think WWE should loosen up on this? Because I can't help but feel this makes it a lot harder for certain superstars to show a lot of charisma. This is sort of like a very long-running debate ever since they started doing the written promos.
Yes.
And I think that there's many, many shades of gray here. I think there's something to be said for throwing somebody in the deep end of the pool and letting them figure it out themselves.
Yes.
I also think there's something to be said for well-written promos for guys who need that direction.
That needs structure, yeah.
Now, I think it's kind of silly that they make them stick to the verbiage, if that is the case.
Yeah, I know.
Instead of
Doing something more like bullet points.
Bullet points
Hit
or
these
even
beats.
hit
with,
these
with
beats.
a couple lines that you make sure you get more or less.
You got it exactly right. If for some people, memorizing stuff simply works better. I mean, look, there was decades and decades of history in the WWE that led them to the point where written promos they felt was necessary. Now, to a point, I like to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they found, hey, you know what? A lot of these younger guys aren't getting over because, we feel like they have the charisma, but they can't put the promo stuff together. So we're simply going to write it out. And we really want to structure our programming in a certain way. So that's going to work for us.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be, not everybody is a natural talker.
Yeah.
So I think once if for example, okay, so when Ryback was around and it was obvious that he was reading off cue cards, it was so obvious.
Yeah.
If Ryback had stuck around, there is, I suppose, the possibility that he would elevate. I think it should be like a tiered level. Like you're stuck reading these promos
Until you can prove that you're beyond that.
Right, exactly. And it's
Yeah.
up to you to show the initiative. I'm pretty sure, Dean Ambrose basically on the Stone Cold podcast indicated that he scoffed at written promos. Like, oh, people used to joke about these in developmental, but they're real.
Yeah.
And I don't believe for a second that he reads written promos,
No.
So
No.
he was able to very quickly prove that he's not reading anybody's shit.
Yeah, as that example shows, it should be a case-by-case basis.
Like in the case of Baron Corbin, I highly doubt that he would be a natural promo guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at some of his early promo stuff, it's cringeworthy.
Yeah.
And so I would think that he's the kind of guy you write 10 sentences for him, memorize this by the time it's promo time, make it your own, in terms of its inflection and stuff, and then go out and do it.
Yeah.
And then in 5 years from now, if Baron's still around, hopefully he is. He
Gets enough reps where he's comfortable improvising in front of that large of a crowd.
Exactly. I'm sure there are examples of people that have done that, but
Yeah.
off the top of my head, I can't think of them.
Gene the Grappler. First of all, I will only be asking questions about WWE Smackdown Live. He was in attendance at Smackdown Tuesday night in Detroit. So my question is, do you think 2017 is the year Baron Corbin will have some gold, or is this a temporary push?
Oh, cool. He was there. Nice.
Yeah, he's going to win some belt this year.
He's gonna get something. Yeah, I would put even money on the IC belt.
Yeah.
And if they loosen up, if the Universal title really becomes the crown jewel, then I could see them loosening the reins on the WWE Championship a little bit and maybe letting a young guy like that run with the title. I wouldn't bet any money on it.
No.
But
depending in 2 years' time,
yeah.
He could.
If he sticks with it.
Yeah, and they continue to build him how
Yeah.
they've done. He continues to improve as he has in the last 6 months. In 2 years, he could be a credible heavyweight champion.
Exactly.
Top guy.
Austin Love. Simple question. Is Baron ready to be champion? If so, who should he feud with first?
Intercontinental champion, yes.
Yeah, for sure. World champion, not yet.
Retired Dwayne Nix. Are you guys surprised that Nikki Bella hasn't gotten the SmackDown women's strap yet? And how long before she wins the strap, before or after Mania? After.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because it hasn't been that long since the brand split. And Becky Lynch has been their focal point because she's the future.
Yes.
And Nikki Bella's... I think Nikki Bella probably has a really, really good... I think she's probably looked on to be, veteran leadership in the SmackDown Women's division, which is a really important role.
Yeah.
She doesn't need the title, but she'll get it back.
Yeah, she'll get it at some point, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
Right. Matthew Barisic. On the road to WrestleMania 34, no mercy. John Cena and Roman Reigns team up and win the newly unified Interbrand Universal Tag Team Championships of all time. Pick 2 current wrestlers to challenge them at WrestleMania 34. It is also found out that the challengers were cyborgs sent back in time by the Vaudevillains solely to defeat Cena and Reigns. So we're looking for cyborg wrestlers.
Well, then you need Ryback because he's a Ryborg.
Obviously, you need Ryback. And
Triple H.
Triple H
He
technically
does the
is a
Terminator thing, yeah.
Or is he a Terminator Hunter?
It was very confusing. I don't
think
know.
he was like half. I think he's like cyborg. Like maybe he doesn't know that he's.
Is he
cyborg.
like Deckard?
Like I was gonna say Deckard, but I didn't know if that was ever confirmed that he was actually
A replicant?
a replicant.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think in like the director's cut, it was strongly insinuated.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Mr. Money in the Bank, Adam Mayhem.
Alberto Alomar.
It's Robert. The newest addition to Fun Wrestling. Adam Mayhem. With the addition of the UK Championship.
When is he getting a title shot over there on Fun Wrestling?
He just had one.
What happened with that?
He lost.
Did that air?
Yeah.
Oh, was I on that one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Went up Monday.
Who did he fight?
Funhouse.
I was Funhouse?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
and Funhouse still champion.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm the king of hosses.
With
I relate to them because of my girth.
the addition of the UK Championship and the rumors of WWE creating local brands in Japan, South America, United Kingdom, what are your thoughts on WWE creating their own territorial system and have local champions and the world champion working all territories, Intercontinental working the Americas, US, the United States, and so on?
It just sounds like way too much travel. But
It would be, but say WWE makes a trip to the UK.
yeah, I like this idea.
It would be cool if the top champ on that brand faces the UK champ.
I know.
That'd be awesome.
That would be really cool.
So it would harken back to a degree to the territory days.
Here's the thing about Adam Mayhem. He's got a mind for the business that you need to mine for Fun Wrestling, which is why he's a good addition to your show.
I've thought about all this, man.
You haven't thought about anything.
Think about everything.
I do all your thinking for you. You're my Mojo Rawley. You're the party guy. 69s all day long.
Do I look like the party guy?
Kind of. You're like
I look so sleepy right now. Look at me.
We're both sleepy, man. We're old and we've been talking about wrestling all day.
All day.
Alex Forster. Fat Bastard Champ here. If you guys had to pick WWE superstars to cameo in the new Red Dead game, who would you pick?
Well,
I went from Noam Dar to Wade Barrett.
the vaudevillains. They're time travelers.
I mean, come on. That's like way
Jack Gallagher.
Jack Gallagher. Yeah, that's good. Baron Corbin. He looks like a Red Dead character.
But there's no motorcycles in the Old West. Or maybe there is. Depends when the game takes place. There were cars in the first one, right? Or no?
There should have been because it was that time period when cars but I don't remember seeing it.
Maybe cars hadn't made their way out west yet.
God, I want to say
So it was 1911, right? The first game took place?
1911, 1914, something like that.
Yeah. So
I think cars.
Yeah.
But probably just back east.
Yeah. Patrick Sparks.
Hey, friendos.
I think Bray and
Pat
Randy's
here.
mashed up theme is dope. The real quick clip of Randy's first song into his current only to cut creepily to Bray's theme song. It's dope. Anyways, who else as a team has had a good mashed up theme over the years?
Breezango.
Yeah.
Who else?
When Edge and Orton were a tag team?
No, I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure they probably did. They mashed them up. Did they do like the corporate ministry do anything? Because that was like there was no ambiguity. They just mashed up the corporation and the ministry.
Yeah, do you think they
didn't
had
even make any sense?
A mashup of Vince's No Chance and The Undertaker's theme?
Something like that. Probably not, though.
Buzz Burnett. Hey, friendos. Hi. Cast a 90s road trip movie with any generation from any promotion. So any promotion, any generation. Road trip movie.
A road trip movie.
Road trip.
I mean, look, dude. Nothing's ever going to beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Something, it should have Terry Funk in it.
Oh
Terry
my
Funk
God,
and who?
yeah. Terry Funk and
Stan Hansen.
Colt Cabana.
Okay.
Or if you want to get technical about the WWE, his time there. What was Colt Cabana's name in WWE?
Oh. Was it Scott Colton?
Scotty Goldman.
Oh, okay.
I think. Something like that.
Is Scott Colton his real name then?
I think so. That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Let's see here. Robert, hey. Looks like they're finally booking the Wyatts as a dominating force. Yes, agreed. So my question is, when do you think Bray will win? This whole thing has to be leading to the WWE World Championship, right?
Yeah, it's going to lead to a Randy Bray title program, I would think.
It has to.
This year.
It has to.
At some point this year.
Well, oh, look at this. I love it. The official Australian Steve W. Ambassador Thomas L. Look at his little profile thing there.
Yeah.
Steve W. is taking over. I don't know why I just did this.
I don't know why either. Hey, friendos. Well, you should read this question then.
He says, I love Paul Heyman.
It's Joey Styles.
But hate how underutilized he is in WWE. So my question is, how would you guys have Paul Heyman on WWE programming more frequently? He personally would love to see Corey Graves on Raw full-time and have Heyman as color commentator on NXT with Tom Phillips and Showtime Percy Watson. Thanks, friendos. I feel like Paul Heyman has sort of moved past commentating.
Yes.
Although I loved him with Jim Ross during his brief stint there in the WWF.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of nice just to see him here and there.
I agree. I think that too much Paul's great in small doses.
Yes.
It makes his presence more
And
impactful.
he has endeavors outside of wrestling that are important to him.
HeymanHustle.com.
He runs is part of a
advertising
marketing company.
Yeah.
Richard Nixon.
Oh.
Hey, friendos. So Richard Nixon's all in on heel Neville, especially after his on-screen murder of TJP on Raw last night. Him. And I love your booking ideas for Apollo Crews.
Nice.
So Richard Nixon be interested to hear you each pick a superstar from either brand and bring them to relevance. Doesn't necessarily have to be main event level pushing, but just to the point that he or she would be in the conversation when it comes to talking about who is important on the brand. Thanks, friendos.
I have a better idea. How about we tag team the guy who is now out of a tag team?
Mojo.
What do we do with Mojo? Because Mojo's good, dude.
I mean, it would take some time building him up to it, but a program with him and The Miz could be interesting because they're so diametrically opposed.
It would have
bring Gronk in for
this isn't WCW.
A pay-per-view. They're buddies.
I understand they're
Gronk
buddies, but that's such a
buddies.
WCW thing to do.
Oh no, it would be great to elevate Mojo's star.
Gronk would probably do it.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I think, but Gronk needs a threat. He first sort of takes lightly.
You mean Mojo?
I'm sorry, Mojo. Yeah, what'd I say, Gronk? That's dope. Mojo needs something like you said with The Miz, where he sort of takes The Miz lightly because The Miz doesn't really come off as like a real threat. Mm-hmm. But then The Miz makes Mojo sort of smarten up and serious up a little bit.
A little bit, though.
Just a little bit. You can't take the Mojo out of Mojo.
No. Yeah. But then Gronk's there, too.
And then Gronk's there, too. And they say, Gronk, you're almost on the verge of passing the career touchdown.
For the Patriots.
68. So what do you think about that?
One more. I got 69.
He thought about it for a second. He went, one more, it'll be 69. That's his thoughtful answer. Haven Elric, I think the Neville Swan Dar Alexander feuds are great, but it still seems like the cruiserweights aren't over with the crowd. What would you do to change the division? Let the cruiserweights be cruiserweights.
Yeah, let them wrestle how they wrestle. Don't force the WWE style upon them.
Yeah. I got a lot of problems to do, people.
James Rodriguez, has there ever been a time where you're completely frustrated or downright pissed off by the ending of a match or just the booking in general, and you almost wanted to stop watching wrestling altogether?
That last clause is the important thing.
Yeah.
Has anything ever made you want to stop watching wrestling?
I mean, I have stopped watching wrestling, but usually it's not because of anything that's going on in the wrestling itself.
Right, exactly. Like things became just more important and you just had stuff to do on those particular nights.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that one. I don't think anything has ever pissed me off so much that I've been like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Not watching anymore.
Yeah, you just kind of take the good with the bad if you're a wrestling fan.
To me, wrestling has always been like pizza. Or I guess the metaphor also applies to sexual intercourse. Even when it's bad, it's good. Unless it's like, there's like a poo involved. That's not good.
That'd be pretty bad.
That'd be so bad it's bad. Anyways.
Alex C. Do you want to answer both these questions or just one?
One of them.
All right, I like the second one.
Okay.
Using WWE matches from 2016 make the best overall pay-per-view possible. So it has to have a women's match, tag matches, mid-card matches, and you can put up any title on the line.
Okay, so
what's the best? Let's look at it this way. What's the best match for the
women's division in total out of all the women's division matches in the year 2016? I would say
Would be the Iron Man match, or would it be the WrestleMania 32 match? Because they were both really good.
Can we do? There's no. When was Bailey Sasha Banks?
It was last year.
NXT. That was really last year?
Yeah.
Boy, my goodness gracious. Either the Iron Woman match or the Iron Man match or the WrestleMania match?
Yeah, the triple threat. The Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha.
I'd go with the Iron Man match. I'd say Iron Man match.
Top tag match we've seen this year.
Top tag match we've seen this year. I mean, I'm assuming something involving the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't want to choose all matches that we just saw. I know there's some other matches.
If we're going to do a mid-card match with no belt on the line, then AJ Cena from SummerSlam has to go on it. Great match.
Good. Sounds good.
What's the best title match that we saw? Well, I probably had AJ in it too.
Well, again, NXT tag match. If you want to go DIY revival,
yeah, good choice.
You can do that.
Good choice.
And then what's that? What world
We need
title match?
Yeah, we need title matches. What's the best world title match that didn't involve AJ Styles?
The best one that didn't involve AJ Styles. You know, if it wasn't for that damn crowd, I'd put that Universal title match out there with Finn Balor, just because it's Finn Balor.
Yeah,
that was good stuff.
Yeah,
it'd be all NXT stuff.
Yeah,
it'd be all NXT stuff. Derek Adkins, what do you think the ceiling is for Baron Corbin? I'd say world title.
Yeah,
there's two. Here's the thing. Right now, there's essentially two world titles. One of them you can jack around with and give Baron Corbin.
One of them you can take a chance with.
Exactly.
But if you give it time, build them up, it will be an educated risk.
2 weeks from now.
No.
Liam Wagner.
Hey,
Twitter
friendos.
troglodyte. Ooh.
Hey, friendos, with the really awkward Ms. Renee Young
That was
segment,
not awkward. That was gold.
What other off-screen couples would you like to be in a storyline?
Well, obviously Zack Ryder and Emelina, if she ever debuts. Now they're both off TV, though.
Yeah, I was going to say that myself.
How many girlfriends does Mojo Rawley have? And boyfriends, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. All that. I want Mojo Rawley's sex life on screen. That's what I want. Comments now. Why is Steve obsessed with that stuff? I can tell. I'm already telegraphing the comments that I'm going to generate. William Goebel Fairchild. What match would you say is The Room or Troll 2 of wrestling matches? How is it not the final deletion?
Yeah, I know.
It's got to be the final deletion.
Yeah, it has to be. Andrew Wormley. Hey, guys, do you think that the Ms. Renee Young interview was a shoot?
Not a chance.
No.
Not a chance.
No.
Big Rays are sexy. Oh, hi, Marks and friendos out there. Do we think that this Ms. Dean feud may break kayfabe a little? I think they're just doing that, like you said, for Total Divas.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
Joshua, the Dynamic Knight Martinez. Hey, friendos. If, let's say, you're back in a college frat.
Did you ever go to a frat party?
No.
I went to one. It was exactly as you'd think it would be.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who are your fellow brothers, and what's the name of the fraternity?
Is this even a wrestling question?
Well, I guess what wrestlers would be in your frat?
Are we to assume that? Let's see. My fellow. What would the?
Well, I mean, Mojo.
The name? Yeah, it would just be me and Mojo Rawley in a frat together. But we'd have oh man, so many 69s. Sometimes with women, sometimes with each other. Why are you talking about that, Steve? Jake Jansma. Did anyone see when Undertaker came back? Did he do the throat cut?
I first read this, I felt like we missed something from SmackDown tonight. Did the Undertaker came back and we missed it?
You could have seen.
Was I microwaving my soup?
Go back and watch it. What is this? Did anyone see when Undertaker? Did he do the throat cut gesture and they immediately ended the show? Go back and watch it. It's available probably on YouTube somewhere.
Or on the network.
I don't remember, Jake.
Has it been 30 days? It might be on the network already. Ruben Gutierrez. What's your take on the crowd chanting one more time after Dolph took the end of days? Is the crowd starting to turn on Dolph Ziggler?
I hope so, because in my mind I was chanting that too. In my mind, my inner monologue is generally in crowd chants.
The crowd cheered for that, and they were heavily behind AJ the whole night.
Smart crowd right there. Yeah, I like that. Except but then they were wedding Baron Corbin. I think that crowd was they didn't know what they wanted.
They just wanted to be involved.
They just wanted to be involved. They wanted to be noticed. That's a perfect crowd right there. Michael Cruz, the Going in Raw gold medal specialist.
Whoa.
medalist.
I don't see that yet.
Really?
No, I have Ruben Gutierrez and then Terrence Thompson.
That's weird. Look at that guy right there.
Oh, that's weird.
Natalya used the biatch word twice on television tonight. What do you think would need to happen for WWE to leave a PG rating? What's after, was it PG-13?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, it's
on TV?
No, it's TV 14 or something like that.
Oh, okay. I think you'd probably have to do a lot to do that.
Yeah.
Like, to be like John Cena comes back. He's like, what the fuck is going on, everybody? John Cena's in the fucking house.
I don't think you can drop. I
But
don't
then
think you
his
can say
giant
fuck.
dick is out.
I don't think you can do that either. There still has to
Probably
be
not.
standards and practices.
You think so? Steve, why are you talking about that
You
stuff?
can't do that.
Terrence Thompson.
SmackDown is turning into a low-budget Raw from a few years ago. Every episode this month has had a celebrity involved in some manner. At least this week, it allowed Mojo to show his worth as a single star.
I know. I love it. I loved it. I
mean, if the reports are true, he has 9 months.
He's so good. He's so good.
To prove his mettle.
Bar fight champion Jason the Cabbie. So you win a lottery, and after taking the lump sum, you still have Vince levels
That is
of money.
quite a lottery.
Also, you can break space and time. Who do you pay to take a year off and be your personal trainer, 5 years and be your personal assistant life coach? And who do you pay to stay far the fuck away from your life?
Well, personal trainer, I'd pick Cena. He's always in tip-top shape. Even, he gets injured on the shelf for months, comes back, looks the exact same.
I want a female personal trainer because I fucking hate exercising, but at least if I have somebody who, looks good. I don't want Cena barking at me, get me up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, but I need that. I
I'll
need that
mosey
discipline.
in
I need the discipline.
At 11 o'clock, I'll get the same exercise if I go in mosey in 11 o'clock.
See, Cena is going to have you in the gym all day because that's what he does.
I've got things to run. I've got things to do, man.
Not when you have Vince level money.
I want to hang out with my family and other people and do things. So
Life coach.
Well, I still need a personal trainer, man.
Okay, declare.
Who's a good...
Charlotte. Say Charlotte.
Yeah, probably Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems strong. What now? Life coach?
Life coach. Mojo.
Oh, that's like the wrong direction. That should be my answer.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. Stan Hansen. No, I don't know. Life coach. I feel like I'm pretty happy. I'm doing okay. Like I like my life. So I don't really need a coach.
Well, it's personal assistant or life coach.
Oh, personal assistant or life. See, I don't know how to read, so maybe I need that. I need DDP. DDP.
There you go.
DDP.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
And who do you pay to stay away from you?
David Otunga. He's a plant, One of our friendos tweeted us a picture of David Otunga as a plant, and it made me laugh pretty hard. Right? You would not Otunga? Samoa Joe. Authors of Pain. They're terrifying. I'd pay Paul Ellering. Paul. Yeah, they terrify me. They're very scary. Keep them away from me. Here's $50. And he'd say, okay, I got to go book their Motel 6 now. What if he's like a terrible manager?
Well, I mean, he managed the Road Warriors their entire career.
I know. What if he was terrible at it?
Well, I would think they would have fired him.
They just didn't know, though. They don't know. They don't know any better.
Maybe. I don't know.
We talked about that stuff. Joey Carranza. If you could change the gimmick or stories of any wrestlers of all time in promotions, who would they be? And you can't switch between the same two. Example, you can give Bray the Dead Man gimmick, but Taker can't have Husky or the Wyatt family. Okay, so you got two guys and you can switch gimmicks. No or not?
No, you have to. It's like a. What am I thinking of? You can't switch gimmicks. You have to do like a chain of them.
Yeah, that sounds like way too much.
So there's 3.
Okay, Mojo is Undertaker's gimmick.
Okay.
Oh my God. I am going to do one of those silly entrance videos where Mojo Rawley, when he comes out on the DLC, he comes out to the Undertaker's, or the Undertaker comes out to his
That's
entrance.
what you need to do, yeah.
Oh, that's good. I did it.
I'm going to have transfer CM Punk's gimmick to John Cena because it's funny.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
And then I guess Cena's gimmick to...
To Bray Wyatt. Because then he just looked like a fan of, like, football.
You mean with the merchandise?
The jorts and the merchandise. Like, I feel like, or he's like a comic book convention guy. I feel like big fellas with big beards and jorts.
And then Bray's gimmick to Roman Reigns.
There you go. Perfect. Oh, I would actually like that for Roman Reigns. That'd be rad.
It's good.
It's all good. Everything we do.
Hidden Leaf Village champion Namikaze Minato. Do you guys think Cena will turn heel next week? No.
Not a chance. Penultimate Tommy Wiseau. Hi, Marks. Was Kevin Sullivan's Dungeon of Doom storyline the most ridiculous storyline ever? If by ridiculous you mean the best.
It was pretty ridiculous.
It was very ridiculous. Najee pose.
Will Baron Corbin hold the world title in 2017? More likely the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, I would say no, not the world title.
Intercontinental champ Jefferson Nakamura. Why did Kurt Hawkins get pinned by himself in the ring? And why was Ryan Phillippe celebrating on his own afterwards?
I feel like this joke is from like
a bygone era.
August. Yeah.
I feel like we've moved past that. We've embraced Mojo.
We love Mojo.
Yeah, we do.
Tom Murphy. Hey, Steve and Larson. So do you guys think the reason WWE is pushing Braun could be due to the fact that WWE are worried about losing Big Show in a few months and possibly Undertaker and Kane not too far after?
Like the retirement.
I don't think that, I don't think that they have, they know that the Big Show and Kane are past
their primes.
They're way past their primes.
As is the Undertaker.
Braun is a guy who's coming up and could generate money for them.
Yep. Christopher Green. Hey, friendos. Chris here. What would be your thoughts on Dean Ambrose joining the Wyatts? Also, have you noticed that Roman isn't really wearing a vest anymore, but rather a mesh material with overlays? Still look like the vest to me.
Still looks like a vest.
Looks the exact same.
Pretty damn thick to me. Dean Ambrose joining the Wyatts. It'd be too much. They already did it with Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And finally, last question. The question of Harris. Read it out, man. Greetings from down under, friendos. Long time, no questions posted. So my question, and the final question today is, if you could each change three things aesthetically on Raw and SmackDown, what would it be? You remember Kevin Dunn will not tolerate removing Roman's vest, as he has too many in his garage. That is true. Three things you would change aesthetically on SmackDown.
Get rid of the crane.
I'll be honest, get rid of blue. I mean, maybe you can do blue, but I want
too blue.
It's too blue. It's too like Quantum Leapy blue. I'm fine with like a rustic blue. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's like a darker, like that blue right there on my wall?
But also, I don't know, the futuristic. Like Raw seems very industrial.
Yes, industrial is good. Industrial up SmackDown.
And SmackDown seems too futuristic.
And then, get rid of the crane, industrialize SmackDown, and then what else? Aesthetically speaking.
I think that's pretty much it.
Otherwise, I kind of like a lot of stuff that SmackDown does.
I mean, I think it'd be nice if they had different sets.
Have everybody pose in the same way that The Miz poses for his still. That's what it is. Aesthetically for Raw, what would you change?
I kind of feel... one thing I wouldn't mind is for the shows to have different sets.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much it. Like the Titantron set.
Oh, yeah.
Make them distinctive.
Yeah. Like
I understand
SmackDown used to have the fist.
I understand.
Now that belongs to WCW.
It's a cost-cutting maneuver.
Yeah.
Because they use the same lighting setup for all the shows, even pay-per-views. It's trivia. Trivia.
I don't know where most of these cards
are.
Uh-oh. Here's a couple. I haven't looked at these.
Oh, they're right here.
Oh, cool. I'll use that one.
Yeah, those are the ones we've done already. We have not had this one yet. I don't think.
I think we've had that one. Had that one. These are all halves.
Man, you're going to do well on that one. You haven't had it yet, though.
Nope. Had it. Had it. What are we going to do when we're out of these things, man?
I have my WWE trivia game. I can bring that over.
Right. Okay, we haven't had this, but you're going to get the first one at least.
You're going to get a lot of these. First, you go first. I mean, I'll read to you first. Bret Hart, Steve Austin, Yokozuna, and Big John Studd have all won the 30-man Royal Rumble by drawing what lucky number?
30.
27.
Oh, okay. SummerSlam is traditionally held during which month?
August.
Very good.
What is the name of the Brian Kendrick's mind-blowing finisher?
Oh, shit. Burning Hammer.
The Kendrick. It's sliced bread. That's the one they say now, and then Captain's Hook.
Okay.
Maybe they called that the Kendrick at some point.
Old school grapplers Helen Hild and Iron Mike D were the parents of which WWE great?
What's the names again?
Helen Hild and Iron Mike D.
Man. Bob Orton.
Iron Mike DiBiase.
Okay. Which tandem holds the record for the longest reign as World Tag Team Champions?
Okay. Well.
Remember when this game was made?
Demolition.
Yes.
After losing his hardcore title in 2002, Undertaker tombstone The Rock on top of what?
A Hearse.
A limousine. And that's really cool of you to be specific. If you just said car, I might have given it to you.
Oh, but now that I'm...
Sorry.
All right, well, shucks. Who is the only superstar ever to appear on both Raw and Nitro on the same broadcast night?
Oh, Rick Rude.
Yes. Put another finger up, man.
Well, I mean, you could say Vince McMahon too, but I know it says Rick Rude.
No, it says Rick Rude.
Okay. Which two superstars made up the team of High Energy?
Wow.
It's a really dumb name considering who it is.
Were they like not high energy people?
They're not. It's not like two Mojo Rawleys.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I mean, I don't think there's two. Well, I guess Mojo and Gronk.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
High energy. Is it just spelled high energy?
Yeah. Nothing weird about it.
I have no idea. Evan Bourne. You know, if he was in WWE in 2009, probably
you
not.
got it wrong. That's. I would have no idea where to even start.
What is it?
Coco Beware and Owen Hart. Remember when they teamed? No.
You're up. What 2004 pay-per-view did John Cena win the U.S. Championship by defeating Big Show?
What 2004 pay-per-view?
Correct.
Oh, Mania, WrestleMania.
What number is it?
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have 3. Man, I gotta get this right, just so you don't win by too many.
Which superstar from the Rocky Mountains made his debut at the '96 Royal Rumble?
It's Vader time.
Vader time. Very good. You knew the Rocky Mountains thing?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. All right. I get one.
You get 1 card. What?
What? I didn't like that one.
Well, it doesn't matter.
don't
You
like
get a
that.
card.
Okay. I'll pick this one.
What is it?
Fuck. I feel like this is already mine. Escape foreign object.
No, you didn't get that one.
I didn't get that one, really?
Who is Will punching?
I feel like it's Nathan Jones.
Let me see.
Maybe? Or is it Dan Matha? Looks like Dan Matha.
All right. Keep that card in a safe place. Oh, my goodness.
No, it's right over there. I'll pick it up. I have a lot of them. Like, CM Punk's kind of doing the Miz mouth right here. All right. Anyways, good job. That means I win for the year again.
No, they're still next week. Next week.
All right. Well, yeah, I know. You have to, like, run the table on me now.
Yeah, that's possible. I almost did that last week.
Almost. Anyways, how many did you win by last week?
Well, I got 4 cards. I mean, I got 4 right. 4 of the 5. I think I won by 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyways, that's it now for Going in Raw. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.